Hi, my name is Corey Weathers. I am the National Clinical Director of Programming at TACK-F, and that's what we affectionately call the foundation. It's the Taya and Chris Kyle Foundation. And I've been a clinician for the past 15 years working with military and first responder couples. I'm a military spouse myself. My father in law is a retired police officer, so it is just within my blood to serve those who have given so much. And we here at TACF know that it's not just the serving member, the military or first responder that has sacrificed, but also the spouse and the kids as well. And so all of our programming is aiming at bringing you together, really enriching your marriage. And so I'm so glad that you are here checking out our programs. And I wanted to take just a moment to share with you a little bit about what we have, just in case it's the right fit for you and for your marriage. So, first of all, we have what's called our date night out. Now, usually when it's not COVID times, we put on events and we do really fun things, and they're all different in nature. But the whole goal of a date night out is to remind you the importance of dating your spouse, the importance of having fun. And sometimes that involves having fun with other people. And so sometimes we'll do an event that brings other service couples together to really enjoy an evening, to remind you of just the importance of dating each other and sometimes having an experience side by side. All of our date night outs have some kind of enriching feature. So it's not just a chance to entertain you, but also a chance to remind you of what are the elements that make a really great date. We also have what's called our strength training. Strength training is an opportunity to give couples a chance to work with one of our coaches. They're all military spouses and they're clinicians, so they understand the lifestyle. And the coaching is 5 online convenient sessions that you get to just speak with someone about your marriage, under the radar, away from that stigma of counseling, and to do it in a way that's convenient. So it's all online around your schedule. And so our amazing coaches will walk you through the strength finder that's put out by Gallup. You know, Gallup that does the poll, that does all of the research on people and people groups and cultures. Well, they've created an amazing assessment called the Gallup Strength Finder. And the whole point of it is that it helps you and your spouse understand your strengths, what you do really well, what you're really good at. And we found that not only is that good for you individually to know what you're good at, but it's good for your spouse to know what you're really good at too. So it really helps you work together better as a team. It helps build your confidence if one or both of you are needing to work on that as well. And we just find that couples by the end of those 5 sessions value each other, have a different level of communication. We found it reduces conflict, it increases connection. It just does so many wonderful things that our couples have loved working that with our coaches, and it does amazing things for your marriage. So at the end of that time with your coach, we give couples an overnight where you get to celebrate your marriage and the hard work that you've done in your marriage and really learn how to be protective of your time together. You also work on that during your coaching sessions. So by the end of strength training, that particular program, you feel connected. You feel like you've kind of ironed out a couple of wrinkles, maybe, but also that you get to learn how to be proactive in times to celebrate your relationship as well. One of our other favorite programs is Empowered Spouses. Now, there's a couple of ways you can enjoy Empowered Spouses. We have our traditional Empowered Spouses that's in person, where we go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and we invest in military, veteran, and first responder spouses. We found there's really an important part of the equation that a lot of the spouses that work so hard to kind of keep things stabilized at home, and they're usually in charge of all the schedules and the kids and some of the household responsibilities, that very often those spouses struggle with knowing their identity and their purpose, knowing how to ask for what they need, even knowing where to start with all of that. And they typically don't give a lot of them a lot of time for themselves. So Empowered Spouses rebalances the whole marriage by taking these spouses out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We create a little bit of a role reversal where they go off the grid for a long weekend, and really just take care of themselves and trust you, the serving spouse at home, to take care of the kids in the house and whatever needs to happen for a weekend. And it's not that you can't do that, it's just that they've not had the chance to relinquish that control and just take care of themselves. And so during that role reversal, wonderful empathy happens for both sides. The spouse really does genuinely get to take care of themselves a little bit. They get to be involved in a really positive community of other spouses. where they walk away refreshed. They've tried some new things like shotgunning and archery. We have group meetings every night where we're really getting to process the lifestyle, all in a positive space where we're really encouraging your marriage, not bad mouthing marriage or talking badly about our spouse. In fact, it's the opposite. It really is an opportunity to celebrate what you guys are doing right. And so spouses come home from that Jackson Hole, Wyoming trip just replenished and really valuing their marriage, and also knowing how to ask for what they need when they need it so that they're taking care of themselves at home, which makes the whole marriage and family function just so much better. We also have empowered spouses virtual. So we've taken some of those key aspects of empowered spouses out in Wyoming and we've created a way for spouses to connect online. So it's a 10-week support group that's facilitated by our military spouse clinicians, where spouses, again, from all of those three cultures, military, veteran, and first responder, can meet online for 10 weeks, once a week, where they get to talk about service related topics. They get to champion each other's marriage in a positive way. They have homework assignments over those 10 weeks, and they're really empowered to take care of themselves in a self-care way, maybe do some of that discovery of what is it that I need to have in my life so I'm taking better care of myself. I'm getting that community and that so many of our first responder families lack community support. So it's definitely for all of the groups, but especially for those first responder families, a chance to connect with the amazing community that a lot of us military get a lot. And they don't. And so it's definitely great for all three cultures, but it really is a standout for our first responder families for sure. So, those are just a few of some of the things that we are doing. We have date night out, we have empowered spouses, we have strength training, and the last of our programming is Mastering Your Marriage. Now, this is one of our newer programs. It's our most intensive, and it's a 6-month program. Mastering Your Marriage, which has largely been Texas based, is an opportunity for you to commit to work on your marriage for 6 months with a small group of other couples that are also service couples. So usually we have an orientation weekend where we teach you the basics of the foundations of communication and conflict reduction and all of those things that you kind of need on a basic level to get your marriage back on track. And we put you in a small group of other service couples that over the next 6 months you're meeting with, usually virtually, so it's convenient. You can even call in from your squad car. We've had a lot of people do that, but you're connecting with a group of people who also are championing your marriage and you're championing theirs. And sometimes the guys are supporting the guys and the wives are supporting the wives, and they do some really cool things throughout that 6 months. But you get a chance to build those relationships and work on your marriage together. And then at the end of that 6 months, we celebrate. We celebrate you working really hard on your marriage for 6 months and the impact that that's had on your marriage and your home. So we love Mastering Your Marriage. And there's some really neat things that are coming out in 2021 where we hope to bring that to more people. So I hope that you will apply. You just need to be a military veteran or first responder family in order to apply for our programming. We can't wait to serve you, and we're looking forward to meeting you as well.